I just came up with a crazy battle tower set for Persian, and I figured I'd share it. I wanted to use Persian, and I was looking at the moveset. I thought maybe it can be a supporting Pokemon. I know Lopunny has been used like that, so why not Persian? But it doesn't really have the right moves and ability to do that. So I was looking at the moves. It got Hypnosis and Nightmare. I thought Nightmare, that might be a fun way to do something, but Hypnosis, that's 60% accuracy. That's not good enough. And then I saw it also has Assist. And Assist is a very strange move that allows you to use moves from your teammates. So I thought maybe I can assist Spore. But I don't want to pull the wrong move. Like if I use assist and I don't get Spore, then then the strategy is ruined. So there are a couple of moves that you can't call with assist. So Focus Punch is one, and it's one of the few attacking moves. Endure, Protect, Counter, Mirror Coat, Thief, a couple of others, Destiny Bond, and some more that I don't have here. So the only move that assist can call is Spore, which should work perfectly. It will allow me to put the Pokemon to sleep, set up double teams, and sweep with Nightmare, hopefully. I have not tried it yet. If this ends up working and you would want to try it yourself, use weavile instead. It's faster. It can get attacking moves. It can also get the same set that Persian has right now, in case you want to use that instead of using attacking moves. You also don't have to run Focus Punch, because you don't, if you're not gonna use a Persian if you have the weavile, so you can just use Brick Break or whatever move you want, Ice Punch. And you also don't have to use Thief, and you can just use Night Slash or whatever. I just have it on here because it can, in theory, also call Spore, but because Persian has a couple of moves that can be called by assist, it's not gonna work well together. So I'm gonna test it out. I have a decently high streak in singles right now. The only thing one of the things I'm worried about is Insomnia. Pokemon I can't put to sleep are Hypno, Ariados, Honchkrow, and I think one more. Noctowl, I think. If you're playing in Gen 3, you can use the same set, and in that case Persian would be the best assist user, because weavile doesn't exist, so Persian is the fastest. And there are also a couple of other options for supporting Pokemon, but Breloom is probably a mandatory partner. There's not that many Pokemon I think that get Spore. And Parasect, I think, gets Thief, but not Focus Punch, so you'd have to rely on only Thief, and then you're really slow. One thing you do have to keep in mind for the Prelum, Endure and Protect, they can both fail if you use it more than one turn in a row, and they use the same counter. So if you use Endure on turn 1 and Protect on turn 2, then Protect can fail, and the other way around as well. Alright, Starmie is asleep. Another thing that would be bad for me is if they have Lumberry, Chestoberry, that sort of stuff. And there's a couple other abilities like Shedskin, Early Bird. They're also not the best. Oh, it switches, that's interesting. It probably has Natural Cure on the Starmie. That might be why it switches. I'm just gonna keep setting up. Leftovers might also be really good here, because right now, if I keep getting hit, then I only have 4 substitutes. So if I get hit 5 times, it's over. Oh, I need to not forget to put it to sleep first. So right now I have Focuser, so if turn 1 they're faster than me, then I don't die immediately. But Leftovers might be better in a lot of situations. There goes the substitute again. Also have to waste a lot of PP to I got greedy and did Hypnosis on a +6 evasion, because of course it did. I'm not being very lucky here. They keep waking up immediately and they keep hitting me. If I had Leftovers it would have been fine, but because I have Focusers, it's a bit of an issue here. So that's one down. And it was indeed Natural Cure. And it uses Natural Cure again. The nice thing about Persian is that with Limber you can't be paralyzed. Now there probably won't be too many situations where you would be paralyzed, but it's nice to have. Pokemon with moves like Aerial Ace would of course be an issue. And I think that's another reason why Leftovers would probably be better in a lot of situations, because you can just heal up while they're asleep. That's 2 down. Politoad got a lot of hits in, but now it's going a bit better. What you could also do, and what would probably be a better team, is you can use Flash instead, and then maybe switch to another Pokemon, although since Assist doesn't allow that many different moves on the other Pokemon, there might not be much you can do on the other Pokemon, because so far I only have Thief and Focus Punch. Well, at least we got one Pokemon, one trainer down with only Persian. It was a bit close, but we did make it. If Persian goes down, then it will be difficult, but not impossible. We have Breloom with, of course, Spore, which we are using now. And the Breloom has a Salic Berry. Now, of course, Salic Berry won't do anything for Focus Punch, but it will make sure that we can Spore first. And then in the back we also have Blastoise. Blastoise has both Counter and Mirror Coat. So he also has Protect, so you get one turn to scout what do they want to use against me. And then you pick Counter or Mirror Coat depending on what they're doing. Oh, here we have Aerial Ace. That's going to be an issue. Maybe it would have been better to switch out. I'll just have to hope we get enough sleep turns. Okay, we got pretty lucky there. Aerodactyl will outspeed. Or actually, I'm not completely sure. I have a plus speed nature. Yeah, we are faster. I think natures are random in this game for the opponents, so there might be times where Aerodactyl does outspeed. If they have a lead Aerodactyl, then the Focus Sash will be important. Or at least it could be. I might have to run some calcs because we don't have any attacking moves on the Persian. I might be able to tank something, but base HP and base defense stats of Persian are quite low. They're all in the 60, I think. Right, there went the last substitute, so now... Oh. He does not want to have nightmares anymore. Nightmare works the same as substitute, so if they have an uneven number of HP, they will die in... they need one turn more before they die. You also really need the PP max on some of your moves because we're wasting a lot of PP here. And we might have another trainer beat with just Persian. See if he wakes up. Nope. That's another one gone. Those were not weak Pokemon. We even beat Aerial Ace, although that did require some luck. This isn't going to be the most consistent strategy that has ever been thought of for Battle Tower. I just wanted to use a Persian, and this seemed like a fun strategy. Like, when I saw assist at first, I thought, well, this is, I don't know, it's gonna be way too much work to make something happen with this, but it ended up not being too bad. And I think once I get to the Battle Frontier in Emerald, I'll be remaking this team. Just for fun. I don't know. If it will be easier or harder to pull off there. I think at least the mirror coat and the counters will be easier to predict. But I don't know if there will be more Pokemon using moves like Shockwave, Aerial Ace. That might be an issue. But at least I know that I can use the exact same 3 I have right now, because Breloom and Blastoise are in Gen 3 and have access to the exact same moveset. A lot of the, or a couple of the moves are even only available in Gen 3, I think. Like Counter for Blastoise and Nightmare for Persian. Alright, that's Tauros down. And I think I probably will switch the leftovers. It will be... I don't know how many situations there are where Focus Sash is better than leftovers. Maybe a Pokemon with like Mach Punch. Like a Hitmonlee, not a Hitmonlee, a Hitmontop. I've seen a lot of Hitmontops with Mach Punch. But I don't know if they can one-shot if I have full HP investment. Selic Berry, that could be an issue. No, I'm still faster. This Typhlosion does not want to go. Guess I'll play it a bit more safe. Yeah, exactly. This Typhlosion really does not want to go. Another move that's not called upon by Assist is Feint, I believe, which is a priority move. It doesn't deal much damage, but it would be perfect as a follow-up move if they live on 1 HP. So that may be worth looking into. I'm not sure which Pokemon get Feint. Ooh, Swift. That's another move that can't miss. I guess this will be the first time where Persian is gonna go down. Yeah, there we go. I am not sure what this Persian or what this Rapidash can do to me. I think I'm gonna try Endure Selic Berry into Focus Punch. Of course it wakes up immediately. I'm gonna... Let's see, I have Protect. I think it has all special moves. Oh, it's set up Sunny Day for Solar Beam. I figured that might happen. I hope we live here. If it doesn't crit, then probably we do, yeah. I think even with a crit we live. So there we had quite a bit of bad luck. First the Typhlosion constantly waking up immediately and hitting a couple of times. Then we run into a Pokemon with Swift. and he woke up immediately against the Breloom, and we still won. So there's a lot of RNG here, but there's also a lot of things going in our favor. And even if things go wrong, we still have a good chance. He's hitting me even though his moves aren't very accurate, even without the evasion boost, but that's RNG. In the battle tower, it's always up to RNG. You always lose to it eventually. And with this strategy, I'm definitely asking for it. Like, we have RNG with my evasion boost, we have RNG with when do they wake up. When I do end up using this team for more than one round, I'll have to look into when it's good to use leftovers, when it's good to use focus sash, because if I had leftovers for any of the battles so far, it would have been a lot easier. But I am afraid of Pokemon that might have a Lumberry or a Chesto Berry, but I don't know how common those items are, and can those Pokemon one-shot Persian if I have full HP investment? Pretty good chance, but maybe not. Wow, we lost all our substitutes here in the first Pokemon. I don't know what that Blaziken, what he has eaten or what, but I can't even hit Stone Edge that much when I have full accuracy. This Gen 4 version of the team, Breloom has Poison Heal. So if I get poisoned on a turn where I use Endure, I don't die. That's not available in Gen 3, so Breloom will be slightly worse. I use it in Gen 3. Okay, there we go. I am not entirely sure what Medicham's base speed is. It's gonna be around the same, but slightly higher. But I do have a beneficial nature. I could go for Endure, but then I risk... Well, it depends. If he uses Fire Punch or something, I risk getting status. So I think I'll just go for Spore and hope he doesn't have beneficial nature. And he doesn't. Let's see if we get more luck than last time. We do. Okay. Radially. Wow. I know Breloom is strong, but... And Focus Punch is strong, of course. And I'm still slightly surprised that it one-shot. But at least here we got to see. Even if Persian goes out somewhat early, we still have a chance. A Heatran. I hope this guy doesn't have a Lumberry, because if he uses Magma Storm and hits me, then I just die. I don't know if Heatran can have a Lumberry. I'm not too familiar with all the sets. Well, it does have Magma Storm. I'm also not sure how many double teams is the most optimal. Like here, he woke up. I put him to sleep, and then on the first turn I go for Nightmare, even though I don't have +6 evasion yet. There's probably gonna be a threshold for if you have this many evasion boosts, it's optimal to use Nightmare. But if you don't have that many yet, it's better to use Double Team. I also should probably be spamming assist in case they have Quick Claw. Because then they would be faster and I could put them back to sleep immediately. Well, it's the opposite of last time. We didn't get hit a single time. Regirock. Okay. It's definitely Pokemon that can have Quick Claw, I think. I'm pretty sure I've lost the Quick Claw Regirock, but it might have been someone else. Another thing to keep in mind is that moves like Sheer Cold ignore evasion boosts, but substitutes should be able to block it. Or at least take the hit for it. I'm not completely sure how it works. I assume substitute just dies. Oh, did not mean to press that. So I think we have Oko moves sort of covered here. Regirock is not cooperating here. At least if we go down to Regirock, Breloom can hit it hard. Leftovers is also a bit annoying, especially with all these early wake-ups. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Quick Claw. I think he would have used it by activated at least once by now. Might also just be worth it to switch into the Breloom at some point. But then I would have to set it up again, so maybe not. Getting closer. He got me again. This time I'm just gonna go for the Nightmare immediately. I don't want him to heal back too much with leftovers. Finally is down. Suicune. Okay. Don't know, are there any rest stock sets? Extrasensory could definitely be an issue. Because it will hit Breloom hard. Okay, with Mirror Coat we should get there now. As long as he doesn't have rest or something. Sort of. Okay, he hit me. I'll try this first. There we go. Persian almost took out 3 legendaries alone. Not bad. Only 2 more. Frostlass. Yeah, it's definitely important if you decide to go for like an offensive Pokemon, that you pick a Pokemon that gets Thief. Because if you just have Focus Punch like Breloom does, then you can't hit the Ice type or the Ghost types. Another thing that I'm afraid of is weather setters. If hail or sand would be up, especially since I don't have the leftovers on Persian, that would be an issue. Oh, Blizzard. We like seeing low accuracy moves. I'll just start Nightmare early then. This is looking good so far. This is going really well so far. Hopefully that stays that way. And since the Insomnia Pokemon don't have the best base stats, I think the further you go, the smaller the chance you run into. Oh, there's the weather that I was afraid of. Also completely counters my Endure strategy on Breloom. We got lucky here that the Abomasnow was last. If it was first, that would have been a much bigger issue. Giga Drain, okay. I think both Blastoise and Breloom can take out this Abomasnow, so we should be fine here. I'll just not go for substitute, I might knock myself out with the hail damage. There we go, alright, one more trainer. I was half expecting to just lose on the first trainer with this strategy, but we've taken down 6 and one of them had 3 legendaries, so maybe there is something to this strategy. Wailord. I'm not sure what the Wailord does. I know there's a Whirlpool Toxic Wailord. Or at least I know the Whirlpool part, I'm pretty sure that's toxic. And probably there's a Water Spout Wailord. Hydro Pump, nice. Oh, there's the Quick Claw. Ooh. That's a little bit scary. So this is the reason why you should be spamming assist on slow Pokemon. If they have a quick claw, then you can spore them immediately after they activate it. The only thing that I'm afraid of that I haven't seen yet is Lumberry or Chesterberry. And Insomnia, but I'm not expecting Insomnia in these high rounds. And in case of Insomnia, I'll just have to switch to the Pokemon that counters it the best. Wow. This Gliscor does not know what missing is. Alright, he finally figured it out. Now he just needs to figure out what staying asleep is. Wonder what the last Pokemon is going to be. Licky Licky. Luckily, Nightmare works on normal types, even though it's a ghost type move. Okay, if we go down here, we should be able to one-shot with Focus Punch. So. Unless he gets... Wait, it's Bright Powder. Okay, I was gonna say unless he gets lucky with the sleep turns, that won't be an issue. But if he has Bright Power, then he can also just get lucky with that. Okay, he hits me. Power Whip is also a bit scary. I'm not sure if counter can miss. Luckily, we don't need to find out. Right, that was an entire round. I'm not sure how we got through this. But we did. Persian is secretly one of the best Battle Tower Pokemon. But yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend using this strategy. There's so much RNG. But you do put the odds in your favor as much as possible with the double team and the substitute to counter the hits, so you get extra chances if they do hit you, you can have another chance. There's definitely a lot of optimizations in how many double teams do you need before you start using Nightmare, that sort of stuff. If you were to use this strategy seriously. The biggest thing to look into is leftovers on Persian. Definitely good against a lot of the other Pokemon. But there's definitely also going to be a few Pokemon that might just one-shot Persian before you get the chance to set up. So I will have to look into that if I want to use this more. I think I will mostly plan to use this in Emerald and not in Soul Silver, like I am now. But I don't have an Emerald save file that's completed at the moment, so I can't try it. But yeah, that was the strategy and the video. If you want to try something like this, probably use Weavile instead and give him a normal moveset. This was the moveset in case I wanted to bring Weavile in the back. But because I already have Persian with moves that can be called by assist, Weavile would not be that good in the back. So yeah, if you got this far, I hope you thought it was interesting that Persian can do something in the battle tower, even though it's a completely troll set. At least it was funny, or at least I think it was. So thank you for watching, have a nice day. Let me know what you think.